What's going on, guys, and welcome back. So, you guys might recognize this orange packaging from another video I did. This is Temu, or Temu. I think there's a couple ways to say it, or I'm saying it wrong both ways. Who knows? So, last time we did a video game review and a couple other random things. This package is going to contain both, but we're going to save the video game things for another video. I ordered some similar gaming things from Wish, and I also ordered a $500 emulator that I want to compare to our little cheap guys. Now, in the last video, a couple people pointed out a few things. They think the emulators weren't running very good, and I'm not the most versed in emulators, but I thought they ran pretty good for the price, comparatively. Now, a lot of the games, I did go through and check them out, and a lot of the games were, well, they were repeats, you know, not all of them had 400 or 600 games, no surprise there. So, let's start with this package here and see what we got. First up, this is a little bit different type of emulator here. This is a 2.4 gigahertz controller gamepad. This one here connects directly to the HDMI port on a monitor or TV and plays with a wireless controller. This will not be open in this video. Next one coming up though. Okay, next, you guys know I like my keyboards. So I got the V868 light mixing mechanical keyboard. Apparently this is hot swappable, or supposed to be. Box is a little dented, you know, per our normal Temu reviews. And this one comes with the Scion Axis mixed Lie keys. We'll check this out here in just a little bit. A lot of people have been asking me about headsets and which ones to get, and I'm like, I don't know which ones to get. I know which ones I use, but I figured we would check out a couple from the cheaper side of things. So we'll get into this guy here in just a little bit. Okay, next up, we have a little gamepad. So this is like a 20% keyboard. Just thought it was kind of neat. I don't know how many people actually use these, but I wanted to check it out, see how the switches feel, stuff like that. Listen, every good gamer needs to get up and release some stress, okay? You know, some people get angry, they throw their controllers. Some people grab the closest person and initiate a Nerf war. So, I bought two. We'll check those out here in a bit. Next up, we got ourselves a little mouse pad. And the last thing in this bag here, I couldn't help but try to order a $3 hat. Honestly, quality feels pretty good. I'm not sure if I really want a dragon on the side, but we'll wear this for the video. My Temu hat. Alright. Alright, so first up, let's dig into the mouse pad. Again, all the prices, you know how it is. They're always up on one side of the screen, somewhere or another. Get the mouse pad out, give us something to put everything else on. Okay, I know it's weird. I know it's weird that I'm smelling it, but man, I don't even know what that smell is. I don't know. Okay, quality overall feels decent enough. The printing, well, could be a little clearer, but honestly, I'm sure this was super cheap and it looks pretty neat. So this is our desk pad for today. Next up, we're going to check out this keyboard here. I'm a big fan of keyboards. It was kind of a weird world I fell into, and it actually started this whole channel. I wanted to get a new keyboard, and I'm like, man, this thing's expensive. What else can I do with it? Let's make a video. So I've been kind of into it for a bit. Alright, so first thing I see in here, keycap and switch puller with what appears to be 3 extra keys. Ooh, let's check these out. These do appear to be tactile switches. I can hear them. They got the little mechanical switch inside that actuates as you go down. Okay, alright. But hey, they're hot swappable. 3-pin, possibly shine through. We'll see what's going on there. You have a plastic and a metal puller. I mean, they're included. That's pretty neat. We have a USB Type-C cable, so she's going to be removable. Always nice, always nice. Then we just have a little user manual here. 68 key, green shaft, Type-C interface, USB 2.0, 1000 rate polling, non-conflict input. That means when you press keys, it doesn't get confused on, you know, which keys you're pushing, whatever, basic stuff. Okay, all right, first looks, not bad. Check the flex. Pretty solid flex. It has, looks like 2 different adjustments for feet. You got a short one and a long one. Honestly, I've reviewed some pretty expensive boards that don't even have that feature. I know it's simple, but being able to change the angle by that much, that's nice. All right, so this is a very clicky keyboard. Now, it does work good, but again, it has that weird smell to it. Not horrible, like I just can barely smell it right off the bat there. Honestly though, this thing looks really neat. It's made by Hyso. I'm gonna be honest though, if I were putting my logo on a product, I would at least try to make it level. But hey, what do I know? Maybe people want a crooked logo on their keyboard. But aside from that, this thing looks pretty good. Let's hook it up and see how it looks. Okay, first impressions. It's got pretty good shine through. It looks like I have 4 or 5 different static colors. Not entirely sure if there's a way to actually change the colors. Let's take a look. Looks like you have just basically a few different presets. These do not appear to be RGB. So you have red, purple, green, blue, and kind of an orangish color, you know, top to bottom. I think those colors are stable. So not full RGB, but not bad, not bad. Obviously these keys are all removable, and you can also remove and replace the switches. We'll get a closer look at that and see how she looks inside. Okay, on top of that, this does appear to have its own stabilizers. They're not lubricated or anything like that. Not a huge surprise there, just some basic stabilizers. Underneath we have a green PCB board with, doesn't appear to be any kind of noise deadening material in there, so you could really change the sound of this and kind of make it your own. I'll give you guys a little sound test here in a minute, but overall, you know, depending on the price of course, not bad. Yeah, overall this thing is pretty solid. It's about $5 cheaper I think than the last couple cheap ones I reviewed. It's got a nice color to it. Downside, well, it's not RGB per se. It is and isn't, because you can't really change the colors. But overall, if you're looking for a cheap board to test or, you know, mess around with, I mean, this is a cheaper test board just to test switches and keycaps than most out there, and it's fully functioning. I don't think it has Wi-Fi or anything like that, but overall, I mean, it works nice. All right, onto the headset. Okay, so headsets aren't something I get into too often. I use a SteelSeries wireless for mine. I've been using it for about a year now, and it just works great. It has a little digital audio converter, rechargeable battery, 2 of them that swap out. Before that, I used a, I can't even remember, but I used the other one for like 4 years, so I don't get into headsets too often. And then for my recording and testing, I use my HD 770s. I mean, those are phenomenal. Just the overall audio quality and clarity, you can't really beat with those. So, let's see what this super cheap, basically wish headset looks like. Okay, so the first thing to fall out is a CD. Okay, so I am curious, how many people down below would actually have a way to use this on their computer right now? Because I don't. Even my laptop, it doesn't have it. I don't think I've had a CD player for a computer in 6 or 7 years. Comment down below. I'm really curious. Do you guys still have CD players? I imagine you can find the software online. I'm not even sure. This says it's a driver for a 7.1 channel gaming headset by Sadie's. It is the same brand. It's interesting. This might be the only CD I have in my entire house. You have a little user manual here that shows you the software. Let's see, we got Chinese and English. All right, it's got plenty of options on it. Let's just hook it into the laptop and see if it works. All right, so get it out of the molded plastic here. Looks like a nice long cable. Whole lot of cable going on there. Okay. All right, so we have a rubber cable tie. Let's undo that. Looks like we have a controller here. We have a mute button, a light button. Actually, that's kind of nice. That's a nice feeling volume rocker there. Then you have center and side, front and rear controls. So this has controls on here for a full surround sound. So if you want to change it, that's interesting. I'll have to check that out. I mean, the headset overall, it feels solid. It's got the nice band in the middle, a lot of space, a lot of play. The cushions feel nice. Flip down, flip up mic, fully adjustable. Yeah, I mean, that feels comfortable. Not a ton of head pressure. It could probably use a little more, and the cups aren't adjustable, so it doesn't quite fit to the face, but it's not bad. Oh, it has a little cover on the USB. Let's plug it in and see if she fires off. Overall, I will say that the audio quality is not bad. It does have individual bass control. It does seem like this front option does most of the volume control overall, but I mean, it sounds pretty good. They sound good. They look kind of neat. I mean, if that's what you're into, got some lights here. Going around the edge, they have some kind of cast plastic on the sides. The band is held in with two cables, two wires. It's got the blue lights around the outside edge. There is a direct button to turn the lights off if you don't like them. Turns them off completely. And it has the microphone, albeit it probably doesn't sound great, but the headphones themselves sound good, so are they worth it for the price? I mean, it's kind of your call. Let me know what you think. Enough of that, let's get on to this next gamepad and see how it feels. So next up, we have this gamepad here. It just says one-handed gaming keyboard. Doesn't say much else on here in English, so let's just get into it, see what we got. Okay, first thing I feel, the bottom is metal. It is cold, it is metal. It is about as old school metal as you get. Stamped aluminum. Reminds me of some old school computer case, but it's metal. Okay. Overall, nothing impressive, but if you want something that sits off to the side, you got your keyboard, your mouse here. I could see a use case for this. Not me, but I could see a use case for it. Overall, just kind of a neat thing. I imagine, you know, if they make them, people use them. Let's see what we got for colors here. It looks like it has a continuous flashing RGB. I don't know if there's a way to change them. There probably is. Looks like you can change the modes up here with the F keys pretty easily. Seems a little bit wasteful to have this made for gaming and then 5 of the keys up top are left just for changing the RGB. But overall, it looks cool. It's super thin. It's got nice RGB on the sides, a little plastic housing, and a built-in wrist rest. Overall, kind of neat. If this is something for you, it might be worth giving a shot. Now, one thing I will say that bugs me about it, they replaced the Windows key with an FN key. Not a huge fan of that. But hey, it works, it showed up, kind of cool. Alright guys, it's a couple days later. We had to wait for one more package to arrive. Again, shipping way faster than Wish. Jumping right to the next item here. We have a lithium ion flashlight. So this guy is supposed to be, I don't know, it said bright. It probably had some crazy number of lumens. You know how these sites work. I'll put it up here what it said it was. It feels about as heavy as the box, pretty light. Overall, not bad. We'll shut the lights off and we'll give it a light test here. It's just normal overhead lighting. This is the light. It does have an adjustment point. You can see it is a single surface mount LED. I mean, you know, for a little rechargeable flashlight, not bad. Alright, I'll turn off the overhead lights and we'll test it one more time. Okay, this is just the ambient light for my computers and my monitors. Here is the flashlight. Looks like the camera's doing a pretty good job. Actually, this thing's not bad. This is kind of nice. My expectations, honestly, it's better than what I expected. I know this thing was only a few dollars. Again, can't remember the price, but you know how it is. It's always up on the screen. Downside, micro USB port. If you guys have watched a couple of my videos, you guys know how much me and the rest of the tech community loves these. Does have a little bit of an adjustment, a little bit of a focal length change. Yeah, right inside there I can see it is a single surface mount LED. Pretty basic, but not bad, honestly. Now, I decided I needed a better box opener. A little knife works, but might as well get something kind of neat. So we got this little letter opener here. This little letter opener is, it's got its own little sheath. Looks kind of neat. Actually, that's a lot thicker than I expected it to be. It's got a full tang construction with 3 securing rivets and what appears to be real wood. Nice. Pretty nice. And it's sharp enough to cut super thin plastic, so that's all the tests we need. Alright, just kidding here. We'll try a couple other things. Let's take this box here. Yeah, I mean, it's decently sharp. Honestly, it's got some weight to it. This little guy's kind of cool. You'll see this in some future videos, opening up our next packages. Alright guys, let's have a talk about my subscriber count. It's low. It's a new channel, totally alright, but 99% of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you're enjoying this content, I'm only going to keep making more. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Alright, one final test to finish this video out. Wait a second, can't open this thing like normal. Gotta use my new opener. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, so we have 5 rounds of Nerf-like bullets. What appears to be a clip. And this is what I can only call a statement piece right here. Look at this. That's a tight glove. That barely fits. Now I know this is what everybody was watching this video to see. If my hands were any bigger than this, it would not be fitting. So, not surprised. I'm pretty sure this is made for kids. Alright, so here's the full view. It actually looks really similar to the pictures on the website. And then we'll just... Wow, that takes some force. Alright, if I'm being honest, I could not get this to cock while it was on my hand. It kept coming off. So we'll just try it like this. And we'll give her a little test fire. Alright, let's give it one more test fire here. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Gary, we're watching tech videos. Why are you showing me this? Because we're not tech videos, we're unboxing videos. And just remember, when you go to order random stuff like this or keyboards from Temu, if you order this and give it to the kids, the wife's gonna be like, oh, you were thinking of the kids too. I'm looking out for you guys, believe me. I know how this goes. Okay, that's gonna be all for this video. I have another video coming out very soon with the new gaming stuff from Temu. I went with the slightly higher end ones. So we'll make sure to check that out here soon. Make sure to like and subscribe for plenty more future content coming out and maybe more cool Spider-Man gloves. See you in the next one.